Peace, family. Peace, peace,
You were
peace,
able to see his
peace.
skull.
1 second.
Now, if I take a closer walk over here to someone here, what is your name, sir? Jim, what did you see?
It just came from Whole Foods. First, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Honey, I think I'm on YouTube. Oh, I think I'm on YouTube, okay? So I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. And so at first, I wasn't going to do this live. And then a part of me was like, no, do the live. And so here I am doing this live, okay? So I had went to Whole Foods. First off, let me say this, okay? So some of the things that we tend to, like if you get a download from the divine, right? Divine guidance, your intuition, God, honey, whatever you call it, okay? Sometimes we don't necessarily know why, right? We don't know why, it's telling us to do certain things. And sometimes, you may not listen to their guidance. And as of lately, I have been listening more, okay? But one of the things that you have to understand when you get or have a calling on your life, it is going to stretch you. It's going to stretch you more than you may be used to, okay? And when a fear presents or shows up, it is not a bad thing, okay? Whenever you are presented with fear, it is not bad. What it means is that you are growing and you are stretching. And at times, you have to give yourself some grace, okay? You have to be patient with yourself. You have to understand that, Rome wasn't built in one day, but you are more than capable to get the results that you say you want, but you have to be consistent. Even at times you may have to fast. So I haven't eaten anything since Wednesday. And well, today I had a piece of watermelon. But Wednesday I just had some hazelnuts and I kept on drinking some herbal tea. And that's why you probably see, my face is breaking out and stuff like that. Because of the things I was putting in my body, the toxins, okay? The food. And so I got a download for me to do this 7-day challenge, okay, of eating raw, okay? It said fruits, but I said, come on, universe, come on, okay? So I got a few items from Whole Foods. Now I'm just gonna go over the things that I got from Whole Foods. So over here, this is alfalfa and dill, okay? If you are low on iron, okay, now do your own research. I'm no doctor, okay? This is entertainment purposes only. Alfalfa is really, really good. They call this microgreens, so you could put this in your salads. You could put it in your smoothies. For me, I'm gonna make me a wrap and I'm gonna put it on a wrap. Okay, another phenomenal thing that we have, and I did do a video, but I'm gonna post the video on YouTube. I did a video of me shopping at Whole Foods and stuff like that, but I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Right here, we have some dandelion, okay? So dandelion is phenomenal, okay? Dandelion is really, really good for iron. It's good for lowering your blood pressure. Is also good for weight loss. Is good for skin. Is so many benefits from dandelion. And this is, when you was a kid, right? The thing, you would make a wish and stuff like that. And it would be like a little flower, and you blow on it and it start flying away. Okay, so that's dandelion. Okay, and it's very, very high in iron. Okay, so this is definitely something I'm incorporating in my daily regimen. Also, I've been taking some nettle leaf. Nettle leaf is high in iron, is high in magnesium, is one of the herbs that has the highest, I want to say the highest nutrients in it. And it could be other herbs. I know it's so many herbs, but I know nettle leaf is really, really good. Then we have some collard greens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tomato and some onions and some cilantro and these microgreens, and I'm going to make me a wrap with my collard greens. Then we have some organic bananas. Then we have some organic tropical fruit medley. This is for my smoothies. And then I also had got some shredded coconut. And this is dehydrated. So you could use this if you're doing raw. If you go to the supermarket and you see anything that says dehydrated, that just means that like they set it out or whatever it is like that. So you can use this, and look, it's 100% organic coconut. Then we also have some jalapenos, and I'm like, I know these gonna be spicy, but I really want to put this on my wrap just to give it that oomph, okay? And I also have some zucchini noodles. So if you are a person that has diabetes, and let me tell you something, okay? So I'm no doctor, and this comes from me watching tons of videos, whether it was Dr. Bobby Price, whether it was Dr. Sebi, whether it was Dr. Tim Morrow, who else? Those are, and Crystal Alkaline Doula, okay? If you are, because I used to hear people say sugar, right? And I used to be like they'd say, well, diabetes are associated with sugar. And I used to be like, oh, so if you don't eat sweets, right, like processed foods and, things of that nature, like if you don't eat sweets, then you won't have diabetes. That was wrong. Okay, so diabetes is not only is not just sweets. Okay, it is the pastas, it is the carbohydrates, it is the processed, the flours, the starches, rice, all of those things that turns into sugar, okay, which causes insulin resistance. All right. And so once, I knew it. Okay. I started learning this. And so today, last night I had wrote a list of the different things that, I was going to pick up from Whole Foods. And so this is, let me continue what else I got. Okay. So you could substitute your regular noodles with zucchini noodles. Okay. You don't have to buy them like this from Whole Foods. I believe these was $5.99 at Whole Foods. You could get you a zucchini, and you could get you a spiral thing. They sell them on Amazon. And I have one on my KitchenAid, but honey, I don't feel like putting that thing, putting a piece on. I just don't feel like doing it. Okay, and so we also have our peppers. Okay, our rainbow bell peppers. Then we have our avocado. Now, I got 2 packages of avocado. Let me say something about the avocado. Now, I know what I said, okay? When I did the clean list of food, the 15 clean foods, and then the dirty dozen, okay? So the 15 clean foods, okay, are foods that has hard skin that the insects and everything can't really get to. So that would be your avocados, that would be your melons, and I'm trying to think of what else. I can't think of the other ones, but that would be those things. So while I was in Whole Foods have, let me see, they have 4 avocados for $7. Okay. And so what I said, you know what? We're going to do the 4 avocados for $4. Okay. So that's what I did. Then we have this melon. Okay, now this melon, I did do organic for the melon. Some may say, well, why did you do, conventional for the avocado? Honey, sometimes that's just the way my mind is giving it up. Okay, all right. So this is what we have for, we have the melon, we have our raisins, honey, looking at this, our grapes. Now, I know some may say, well, Dina, how you doing grapes and stuff and those don't have the seeds? My intuition said for me to get some grapes, okay? And so I got some grapes, and so I'm going to eat these grapes, okay? So we have grapes. We have actually 3 grapes, and I don't know if somebody at Whole Foods was putting more grapes in this bag, because this bag is so darn heavy compared to the rest of compared to this one, okay? We also have our cilantro. Cilantro is... It is so good. Okay, first of all, I learned about cilantro when I was dating a guy who was from Venezuela and Dominican Republic. His mother would make, she would always cook her food with cilantro, okay? And cilantro is so good. It's so high and it is good for the stomach, easing the stomach. If you have like any upset stomach, cilantro, ginger, lavender, so good. Then we also have some basil. So I'm going to use the basil pretty much for dressing that I'm going to put on my zucchini noodles. I've been looking stuff up last night, doing research and stuff like that. Then we also have these plums. Okay, these plums. These are called red plums. And then we have our black plums. These damn plums are harder than a darn rock. Okay, they so darn hard. Then we have our limes. We have our tomato. I showed you guys. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you guys this. So the almond milk. Okay, so if you are a person that can't make your own almond milk or whatever because you don't have the tools to do so, which you could put it in a blender and buy some almonds and soak them, or buy some walnuts and soak them. Honey, I'm just coming up with this stuff as I go along. Okay, so this almond milk, very, is better than the rest, better than, if you buy the other ones. This is organic, unsweetened, original almond milk. And this almond milk, this gallon is $4.99, $5 at Whole Foods. Okay, now it's one almond milk that I really love, and it's called almond milk, MALK. That almond milk, it has only 4 ingredients. This one, let me see. All right, it has way more than 4. Okay, it has way more than 4. But yeah, so we got the almond milk, and then I had got some unroasted and unsalted nuts, some cashews, and then some sliced almonds, then some watermelon, some chopped up watermelon, and the grapes. And then I also have some dragon fruit that I need to go ahead and eat. All right, family. So I hope you guys rocking out, believing in yourself. Know that whatever it is that you want is possible for you to have it. This morning is so funny because when I got up this morning, and I had got that download for me to do this. And this morning when I got up, now I've been to Whole Foods several times, recording videos at Whole Foods and everything. And so this morning, I was feeling some type of way, and a part of me was just thinking like, maybe I don't have to go today to the Whole Foods or whatever to record and, things of that nature. But then I said, you know what, let me do it. Let me go. That way, I could create these recipes while I'm in the house. And that would be phenomenal. Okay. We are creators. Okay, so what you have to understand is you are a creator. And you have the ability to create whatever life it is that you say you want. Okay? But it starts with you. It starts with you. And you also have to believe in yourself. Okay, so I didn't even know you guys was on here because, honey, I did swipe or no swiper today. Okay, hey, Rel, PC, baby, PC, PC. Hey, MPC, baby, PC, PC. Hey, Antonio, PC, baby, PC. Hey, Oliver, PC, baby. Oliver, you see? I sent you a message. I said we could do food shopping to get to today. And although it was supposed to be for Trader Joe's. So this is the thing, okay? If I'm going food shopping, okay, now, honey, if you are ashamed of a little food stamps, okay, honey, I ain't talking to you because I'm definitely going to the supermarket with the food stamp card, okay? Now, if you are a person that's serious about improving your health, one of the things that I know, and I said in a video, I said, I want to improve my health. Now, it's nothing wrong with me, but what I do know is I'm breaking out on my forehead. Okay, I'm getting bumps now. I ate some hazelnuts Wednesday. Thursday I didn't eat nothing. Okay, so I just did a fast, and the temptation was real because my youngest son, I had put him some burritos on, like these 2 big burritos that had beans and rice and cheese, and his aunt had picked him up, and the burritos wasn't done in time for him to eat it, and it was 2 burritos in the oven, and I was just thinking like, oh my goodness, I could just take a bite of one, right? And then what hit me was, you know, because sometimes you're like, nobody's gonna see, nobody's gonna know, whatever, but you know, and you see, and so you are somebody, okay? And so I didn't bother them. What I did, I put them in a pot on the stove for my oldest daughter. So when she came in, I, told her, oh, yeah, it's burritos and spaghetti and stuff in there. So she ate one of the burritos and then the spaghetti. I was going to tell you guys something else. So if you are a person that's serious about improving your health, okay, you guys know I look at you guys like family, okay? You my social media family, okay? We in it to win it, okay? All right? Now, I was thinking, I said, if you want to do food shopping with me, we could do food shopping, okay? You have your own money, honey. I have my own money, honey. You showing up with the family, with the EBT, okay? That's okay, because we'll be doing it together, okay? If you showing up with cash, honey, that's okay. All right. Now, if you may feel a certain type of way, you can get on the other line. All right. But what you have to understand and get is that your health is up to you. Right. And, I was talking about abundance, especially on my YouTube page. I'm always talking about abundance. And yesterday, I was watching this video on YouTube, and an idea came to me like, you always talking about abundance, but health is part of abundance, okay? Having health, having good health is a part of abundance as well. And so, so I see you guys. I don't know when the next time I'm coming back on here. Because my intuition definitely did say, I'm listening more. Okay, my intuition did say for me to take 9 days off of social media. So maybe I'll be back on the 9th. But if it's something that is pulling me to speak about, then I'm going to show up. Okay? I'm going to just show up, universe. If it's something that you really want me to say, I'm going to show up. So I'm going to record myself for these 7 days, doing the 7-day raw vegan challenge, and I'm going to put the video up on YouTube. I'll probably post pictures up on here on Facebook of the different things that I created. Like right now, I was thinking about making like this smoothie, this Buddha bowl smoothie sort of thing with bananas and berries. And I know, but berries and bananas They don't go together. Berries go by themselves. Melons go by themselves. I know that. Okay, I do know that. But so I was thinking about making a smoothie, but I started eating this watermelon, and so I'm gonna finish this watermelon. Watermelon's so good. When you eat, listen. When you eat watermelon, do you start smiling? Whenever I eat watermelon, I just start smiling. No, they don't have no seeds. Well, hold up. It had one seed, but I consider that no seed. I'm gonna eat them. And then I'm gonna eat this melon. So this melon, this looked like a cantaloupe, right? And so when I was in Whole Foods, now this is organic. When I was in Whole Foods looking at the damn melons, the honeydew melon is about this big. Okay, it's smaller than anything. Okay, and so I said, I ain't getting no honeydew melon. That honeydew melon, it was $6. Now, once I get paid from Facebook, I would take that money and I would get more organic stuff. Okay, or I would get like the honeydew melon that's smaller or whatever it is like that because I'm getting paid from Facebook. Okay. And these stamps, my children, like this stuff, it was 126. Actually, it was $142. Okay, this stuff that's that's just on the table. But since I'm a Prime member, it came up to $124. Okay. So where was I going with this? All right. So you said squeeze some lemon on it. I don't have no lemon. I have lime. All right. This is the thing too. So some people out here, they say, you know, when you on a fruit fast, right? You gotta be mindful because of all the sugar. Now, I'm no doctor, okay? The fruits that you eating, okay, the ones that come from Gaia, they have fiber, okay? And fiber, it helps you go to the bathroom. So what the body tends to do, it releases the sugar slowly into the bloodstream, okay? And then it takes whatever it needs, and then you go to the bathroom and release the rest, okay? Also, what you have to understand is the sugar that you are getting from the fruits is not the same sugar that you're getting from the pastas, the rice, from fast food, from the sodas, from any of those things. The sugar that you are getting from the pastas and the rices and the fast foods and the processed foods, that sugar is different, okay? That sugar is processed sugar. And so when it goes into the blood, it releases it quickly. Okay, that's why you see, right? Like your children, if you're giving your children like, you know, stuff that has like red 15 and, you know, all the sugar, the sweeteners and stuff like that, the processed food, you will see they will be hyper. Because what tends to happen is when they eat it or when you eat it, it goes into the bloodstream so quick and is processed. So you won't be able to move your bowels because it doesn't have hardly any nutrients in it. It doesn't have any fiber in it. So you'll see like your children that eat this stuff, they be hyper, right? And then they'd be like with my oldest son, one of the things that I didn't understand, my oldest son is 20 now. And when I had him when I was 18 years old, so I was, a young mother. And I remember, when I was giving birth to my oldest daughter, who is now 17 years old, I remember when I went to the hospital to give birth, and at this time I was living in transitional housing, trying to get the Section 8 that I have. And so what I remember is the girl who was watching my son, one of the things she said was, because I would call, right, to check up on my son, like, oh, how's he doing? And, things of that nature. And she would be like, he's good. And I would be like, he's good, because I knew he was so he was so hyperactive. He was really, really hyper. And what she told me was, she said he was good because I didn't give him hardly any sugar. And so in my house, I don't buy white sugar. I don't know when the last time I brought white sugar. Okay, I don't buy white sugar. I don't have hardly... I do have sugar, right? The pastas and I do have rice up there in the cabinet, but that's sugar too, okay? So you gotta understand, because I always was under the impression sugar is just, candy, now laters, Boston baked beans, honey. Those were some of my candies I used to like back in the day, okay? Boston baked beans, now laters, Starburst. I used to think that was just sugar, but that's not just sugar. It's the pastas, the rices, the macaronis, the spaghettis, is the flour, carbohydrates, is all of those things, because they are processed. Is not real. And when they process, it doesn't have hardly anything in them. Okay. So to a person, because I done seen so many videos, and when I tell you guys this stuff, believe me, honey, I'm doing research. Yesterday, only thing I did from the morning up until later on, reading, watching Dr. Bobby Price, what else? And then the day before yesterday, I watched Dr. Bobby Price so long. Okay, first, honey, he ain't bad on the eyes. Okay, that's one. Okay. Then Dr. Bobby Price is a vegan. Okay. And not only that, he's a doctor. Okay. So I was like, okay, Dr. Bobby Price. And one of the guys who I love so dearly, he's released his avatar, Dr. Tim Morrow. Okay. Honey, Dr. Tim Morrow was the truth. Okay. Now, if you go on YouTube or whatever, they gonna say, he don't went to prison and stuff like that. Actually, I believe he died in prison because he was a herbalist. Okay. But Dr. Tim Morrow, I love Dr. Tim Morrow. I could watch Dr. Tim Morrow, the videos over and over and over again. He talks about the reproductive system for us women. I told you guys, us women, okay. Now, Dr. Bobby Price, he said we have actually 7 ways of elimination, and I know Dr. Tim Morrow said we have 5, okay, and the 5 are when we on our menstrual. He said women have 5, men have 4, okay, ways of elimination. And our skin is the biggest organ, okay? So when you having bumps, right, on like breaking out, breakages and stuff like that, is a reason why. Your body is so intelligent. And so if it can't release this stuff, when you go use the bathroom, it's going to start releasing this stuff on your face. That's why you see some people who have like a lot of acne and stuff like that, is because of the stuff that they tend to be eating. And if you eating dairy, okay, now I do like some cheese, okay, but honey, you got to do what you got to do. And if you're eating a lot of dairy, it's going to show. Now, some people, it won't show up probably on their face or whatever it is like that, but it'll show up other ways, okay? Because some people, you say, damn, their skin is so flourishing, they eat crack. And their skin is so good. Okay? So, there's different ways. So, all right, back to what I was saying. The first way, the 5 ways of elimination. If you watch my previous video, I did speak about this. 1, our skin. Okay, biggest organ on our body. That's one way of elimination. So when you sweating, you are releasing toxins. Okay, so to the people, that say, "Ooh, I don't sweat," or "I don't like to sweat," that's kind of crazy, because when you sweat, you're releasing toxins. Okay. Now, the second way is do elimination. When you go to the bathroom, okay, when you poop, and do the kidneys when you pee. You releasing acid when you pee. Okay, so that's 3. Honey, I'm trying to think of the other 2. Honey, I'm trying to think of the other 2, okay? Now, I know Dr. Bobby Price said our lungs. I believe, yeah, he said our lungs. And the 5th way, it would be through your intestines when you pooping, okay? You releasing waste. Also, listen to this, okay? So this was something that I remember. I went to the doctor with someone, and the doctor was saying, like, if you have diarrhea, that's a sure sign of constipation. And I said, that don't even sound right. Okay? I said, that don't even make sense. But it's true. It's true. So, if you're a person who don't drink water, and you eating so much processed food, first of all, your vajayjay is going to be drier than fuck. Okay? Your vajayjay, your cootie is going to be very dry. If you are a person that don't drink no water, and you don't eat no fruits, ways to have the water, because the water from the fruit, okay, is water in the fruit. And one of the things I got from Dr. Bobby Price, he said in our feces, I know this may be, too much info, but he said when you use in the bathroom, hold on, because I wrote notes. I took notes, honey. Okay, I done ran out of space. I had another notebook, but I ran out of space, so I had to start writing in this notebook, which this notebook, I thought it was so cool, because look what it says. It says manifest your dreams. Okay, when I was in TJ Maxx, I was like, the universe is speaking to me. Okay, ooh, if I could find it. Ooh. Honey, I can't. Wait, hold on. But what he said, it was very interesting, because he said when you use the bathroom, like to do number 2, he said 78, I think 78 of that is water. And I said, what? I said, what the hell? Okay, that was so fascinating to me. I mean, it damn near blew my mind. Okay, because I said, damn, that 78. When you using the bathroom, it's 78 water. He said, yeah, because you won't be able to use the bathroom if you don't have some form of water in you. And so when you have the diarrhea, right, what it tends to do is pull in all the water from all throughout your body. okay, to make you go to the bathroom, okay? And so, you gotta drink your water. Now, my water is Mountain Valley, okay? And time's been timing, okay? Okay, so I definitely been doing Whole Foods brand with the plastic bottle, okay? Now, I know they have the BHP or BHA, whatever it is. Let me tell you something, okay? I would prefer, that's like somebody saying, well, I'm not going to eat no fruit because I can't afford organic, okay? You do what you can do until you can do better. It's about the mindset. It's about, now, look, I told you guys one video, I said, I'm doing, all organic. And I will do all organic, okay? At times. Mainly all the time. But today, when those avocados said $7, okay, for 4 avocados at Whole Foods, I said, that is not on the Dirty Dozen list, okay? Dirty Dozen is the strawberries, is the berries, is berries, is the kale. That's on the Dirty Dozen list. So that means that those has been sprayed. Yes, the organic has been sprayed too. Both of them been sprayed, but one is being sprayed more than the other. Okay, so all of them been sprayed. Okay, but what I'm saying is about your mindset. If you say, well, you know what? Well, I'm just gonna continue to eat. You do what works for you. That's what I always say. And that's even my motto with my family. With my sister too. I tell, and my children too. I say, listen, you do what works for you. Okay? You do what you think is going to work for you. That's what you do. Okay? Because this is your life. Alright? This is your life. And let me tell you something. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. When you doing these different things and, you experiencing certain things and the fear is showing up. Okay, because let me tell you something. The fear is going to show up. The only way the fear don't show up if you're not growing. The fear is going to show up. Okay, let's be very clear on that. The fear is going to show up. Whenever you growing, the fear is going to show up. And so you either take the fear and say, you know what? We're going to do this together. Okay? Or you don't do it. But if your intuition is speaking to you and it's telling you to do something, let me tell you something. Last night, I was making a list of the different items I said that I was getting from Whole Foods. And I remember when I first put the stuff in Whole Foods cart, the shit said 170, then it went to 180, then 190, damn near $200. And this for 7 days. And then after that, I plan on switching over to I don't really care for saying vegan. And you guys, I don't care for using these labels and these titles, okay? But eating no meat, okay? And no dairy. And so, when I made the list, I said, God damn. And I was frustrated. I was really frustrated. And I said, damn, okay. Now, I get a certain amount of food stamps, but I said, my children, my youngest children, they will eat, the fruits and stuff like that. My oldest daughter, too, her thing is strawberries, because when I was pregnant, that's mainly what I ate. Strawberry ice cream, mainly strawberry ice cream. And so she'll do strawberries and stuff like that, but other fruit, and she'll do watermelon, too. So I was thinking, and I was like, and then I started worrying, and what I did was I started meditating, and one of the things that I came up with was, why would Source tell me to do something that is not going to work? Why would Source tell me to do something so that I can fail? And I after I meditate, I was in the bathroom and I started thinking about it. And one of the things I started doing was, here's that other book. Now this is the book I started writing it. I brought this from my youngest son, but he don't use it. This is the stuff that I started writing. It's all coming together. And I just kept on scripting. And I wrote at the top, everything is working in my favor. And then I started saying, why I'm scared to do the 7 days. And, and then I put my reason, financially. And one of the things, I think a lot of times what we tend to do, we tend to look at Source like our parents, right? Or like relationships that we had with people who may have let us down. And we start thinking, well, Source may do this, may let me down and stuff like that. And it's not true. Okay, it's not true. So, as I'm writing, I'm telling myself, everything is working. Then I started doing, I tell you guys about this book all the time. The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Honey, I will talk about this book until I'm dying, until I'm dead. Okay, until I release this avatar. Okay, energy don't die. But until I release this avatar. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And then another book is The Cosmic Path to Cosmic Power by Vernon Howard. Okay, those are like my 2 favorite reads, my 2 favorite books. I love those books because it talks about heaven, the mystic path to cosmic power. And heaven is not a destination, but rather a state. Okay, a mind thing. And you can choose your heaven just like you choose your hell. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Okay. So if you guys want to join this 7-day raw challenge, honey, if you do it for 1 day, okay, I fasted yesterday, didn't eat anything, just drunk herbal tea. And then the day before yesterday, which was Wednesday, the only thing I had was probably like 3 handfuls of hazelnuts and then some herbal tea. Okay, so today is like the day that putting, eating the raw fruits and stuff like that. And then later on tonight, I'm gonna make me a wrap. And I showed you guys 2 things that is really, really good for iron. Okay. And that's alfalfa. If iron, you need iron, okay? Dandelion, okay? Dandelion. And you could get this from Whole Foods. Whole Foods is the only place, well, it's actually another supermarket called Dean's that is out by Chester, New Jersey. I think is that Morristown? I think that's Morristown. But anywho, Dean's have dandelion greens too. Okay, Dean's and Whole Foods. And then there's another farmer's market that's way out. If you're from Jersey, is way out. I don't know what highway that is, but I know it's way out. And they sell organic. They said they sell organic fruits and veggies, but no, they don't sell this. Because when I went there, I asked them, and this was a few years ago. Maybe they sell it now, I don't know. But when I went there, it was things that they didn't have. Okay, and then the microgreens. Okay, you could put this alfalfa. Another thing that is high in iron. Okay, high in iron. So with the alfalfa. So I told you guys about this. This is good for heart problems. Okay, it's good for if you want to lose weight. Okay, what else? It's high in iron. skin problems, weight loss, and it cleans the kidneys. This cleans the kidneys. Now let me tell you something, okay? Because I know. You guys know I take herbs, right? I don't take over-the-counter medicine, okay? I take herbs. I take herbs for everything. And if you are, diabetes, yeah, that's right. It's good for diabetes too. Now if you are a person that is, thanks M, if you are a person that's you gotta remember the herbs work more effectively if you are working with the herbs. You get what I'm saying? Yes, they have healing properties in them, the herbs. But you gotta work with them. Okay? Meaning, if you I had a person, I had gave them some valerian root, okay? And valerian root is good for your nerves. I take valerian root. In fact, I take valerian root. Valerian root is derived from Valium, okay? Valium, the drug Valium. So what they do is they take components from these different herbs and then they come up with medicine and put a label on it. You can't put a label on herbs or a plant. I mean, you can't put you can't put so to speak like you can't patent it. Okay, you can't patent an herb. Okay, patent, you can't, because it's Mother Nature, it's Gaia. All right, and so I told this person that, so some of the things that I take, if my nerves are going somewhere, feeling some type of way, for me, this is what I take: lavender, valerian root, chamomile, damiana, and what else? Catnip. And I take raspberry leaf and blue vervain. Or I may substitute the blue vervain for the damiana. It all depends. Okay. And so the person said to me, they said, first they said it was working, the valerian root. They said, oh, it works, They said, when they first took it, because they was having problems with sleeping, right? And it's good it relaxes you. So I told the person, I said, I got some valerian root, okay? Now this person is dear to me, dear to my heart, okay? So I told them, and the person said, all right, so the first few nights they was able to sleep, okay? And then afterwards, they said that it wasn't really working like it was working before. It wasn't as effective. You gotta understand, the herbs work if you work with them, okay? What I got on? I ain't got nothing on. I ain't got nothing on. Honey, I got shea butter. That's the only thing I got on. I ain't got nothing else on. But thank you. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, so you gotta work with the herbs. If you saying, what I'm doing is, and I don't see no results. Well, are you changing any aspect of your life? Like, are you just doing the same thing? One of the things that I'ma admit, and I'm basically tell on myself, one of the things that I notice with myself, what I tend to do, whenever my menstrual come, okay, that's when I go hard body on the herbs, okay? I'm drinking them every day, honey, sometimes 2 and 3 times throughout the day, And my menstrual, it lasts like 3 days. No 7 days. No goddamn 7 days. 7 days is too goddamn long. 7 days for a menstrual, that is too long. And especially if you clogging. If you clogging, big blood clogs coming out of you. One of the things that I had heard from Crystal Alkaline Doula and from the book that I read from Dr. Lily Africa, he said hemorrhaging is abnormal. So if you go into the bathroom and you having these heavy clogs come down when you bleed on your menstrual, that is from the stuff that you are eating. Okay? That's from the stuff and some say, well, I eat dairy. Well, cows, they have their own hormones. Okay? They have their own hormones in them already. And then on top of that, they being injected with more hormones to make them real big and blow up. So it's like you have probably all these issues, with the estrogen, because it's like you have all those hormones that came from the foods that, you tend to eat. So bleeding for seven days, that's not good. 7 days, that's way too damn long. That's a goddamn week. That's way too long. Okay? And so, you know what do it for me? When I go to the bathroom and I'm on my cycle and I look and hell is vanishing. Okay? Hell is going away. Okay? Hell, I remember, when you use the bathroom, you can feel the claws. Oh, I remember that. And so, one of the things that I know I need to do more of is drink more tea daily, okay? And maybe if you say what I have on is me drinking a tea, because that's mainly the only damn thing I've been doing, drinking the herbal tea. And if you are a person that's like you don't have a glow. Because I remember some of you guys who've been rocking with me for a long time, I used to talk about the glow, the natural glow. And honey, I was on social media a few days so hard that I said, God damn, honey, they had me start feeling like I was going to buy makeup again. Okay? And then I said, wait, hold on. Hold on, okay? I even told my sister, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to start getting back into makeup. Okay? It's so funny because the distractions, they be so real. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with you wearing makeup. Okay? I mean, you do what? I got on mascara. That's what I have on, probably. That's what you're talking about. I do have mascara on. But nowadays, I look towards the glow as far as the things that I'm eating. You're a person that have like a lot of body odors, eat more greens. Okay? More greens. More greens, whether it's the alfalfa, whether it's the dandelion, whether it's the lettuce, okay? Eat more greens, okay? And you gotta drink more water, okay? To release those toxins. When you pee, like I said, there is acid that you are releasing that's in the body. And so with that being said, honey, I got to go. I've been on here so long. I'll catch you guys on the next time. I don't know the next time I'll be back on here. But I'll catch you guys the next time I hop back on here. Make sure you guys believing in yourself. Make sure you loving you. Make sure you fuck with you. Okay? And do know. Change comes from so good, so sweet. You don't have to know how you going to do it. I think sometimes we talk ourselves out of certain things because we say, well, I got to know exactly how everything is going to work out. If you know how it's going to work out, you playing too goddamn small. You're playing small because you're not supposed to know how everything is going to work out. Once you start surrendering, right? And having faith. Because to have faith, you have to surrender. You have to surrender into the unknown. Okay? If you know exactly, oh, this is going to work out like this is going to happen, honey, then you doing the same damn thing. Okay? You're doing the same thing each and every day. Now, if you scared and get shaking some, maybe even stuttering some. Okay? When you scared, that's good. That's good. Okay, now it may not feel good. Damn sure didn't feel good this morning when I got up and I was thinking about, I'm gonna do this video and I don't know where that came from. Okay, but I still did it. So do it while the fear is going on. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna grow.